Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so before the video begins, I need to give you guys yet another big-time major spoiler alert disclaimer to say that this video will contain major spoilers, as this is involving Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon Datamine discussion, which basically means that there is a ton of leaked information. So if you guys do not want to be spoiled, then I beg you guys right now to please click away from the video, so that way you guys will not be spoiled in any way, shape, and form by my videos or by my hands. So with that said, let's go ahead and let's transition into the actual contents of the video. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Pokemon fans of the world, you know who it is, coming at you guys back again once again with a brand new video. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, what we got going on here, we have ourselves a huge list on Pastebin. Now, see, here's the thing, is that while we did talk about the list of moves that are going to be available in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon via Move Tutor, we have ourselves a full list of Pokemon that are going to be gaining access to these moves right here. Now, here's the thing, don't get me wrong, as much as I would love to go over all of the Pokemon in their fully evolved forms, we're not exactly going to be doing that, because then we would be here till, like, next Sunday discussing all of these Pokemon. So, what I'm going to be doing to kind of shorten things up and to kind of get my point across here in this video, we're going to be going over a few Pokemon and seeing what moves that they're going to gain access to via Move Tutor, and I just gotta say, you guys are about to be mind blown. So with that said, let's go ahead and let's get started. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so for those of you guys that know me, even for just a short amount of time, you would know that I am like head over heels for my boy Golisopod. Like, Golisopod is without a shadow of a doubt my favorite 7th gen Pokemon, okay? So with that being said, like, this thing is already just so amazing as it is, okay? I mean, its stats are incredible, its typing is actually really good, and you know what? It's like, I actually really love the ability Emergency Exit, because it's essentially an eject button kind of ability. So it's basically an item built within an ability. Like, I actually really like that ability if you know how to use it, you know what I mean? Not to mention, overall, its design is badass. But enough talking about that, let's get to the good stuff. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. So let's see the list of moves that it's going to have access to via Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon Move Tutor. So it's going to have access to the likes of Bug Bite, Dual Chop, Iron Head, Drill Run, whoa, it actually gets Drill Run. Like, that is actually very impressive. So that means that this thing is going to have a way to break through Steel and Rock type, not to mention Fire types, although that's where the Water type comes in to combat the likes of of Fire and Rock. But Steel, on the other hand, well, Drill Run says hi, you know what I mean? But we also have ourselves the likes of Iron Defense, Icy Wind, Snore, and it gets Knockoff and wow, Knockoff and Paint Split. And I'm just like, man, oh man, it's like, Knockoff is already a really, really good move as it is. And given Golisopod's, like, defensive stats, like, with base 75 HP, it's really not that bad. Its base 140 defense is gargantuan, okay? Like, you max that bad boy with HP and defense, and you have, like, you know, Knockoff and, like, Paint Split or something like that. Like, you have a really reliable and solid tank, because, see, here's the thing, is that you can run a set, like, I don't know, like, max HP, max defense with, like, Spikes, Leech Life, Aqua Jet, and Knockoff or something like that. Therefore, kind of giving you guys a better sort of versatile set for Golisopod in a more defensive and supportive way, or you could go for something like Paint Split, so that way you can have semi-reliable recovery, because what that does is it literally splits the HP between you and your opponent. Now, don't use this move if your opponent's HP is obviously lower than yours. I mean, that just kind of goes without saying, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is that, like, Paint Split is a situationally reliable recovery move, if that makes any sense. I say situational because obviously you're not going to want to use Paint Split against a Pokemon with lower HP than yours, but if it's higher, well, then by all means, you know what I mean? Like, Paint Split is a pretty solid move, I will say, but we also have ourselves the likes of Water Pulse, Spike, Endeavor, Liquidation. Now, the thing already gets Liquidation via level ups. I mean, the fact that it gets it as a tutor move, that's just, that's interesting. That is pretty interesting. It also gets Throat Chop and Laser Focus too. So yeah, I mean, it has quite the amount of usable moves in that Move Tutor pool. Now, with that being said, guys, let me know what you guys think about that in the description box down below. Like, what do you guys think? Is this going to increase the viability and the usability of Golisopod? I mean, to be honest with you, it's like, just the fact that it has access to the likes of Knockoff, Drill Run, and Paint Split that, in my opinion, is going to bump up its usage by quite a bit, because Knockoff is spammable, Drill Run gives it ridiculously good coverage against steel types, and Paint Split makes it so that it has semi-reliable recovery, you know? Like, and if that doesn't work, then you have the likes of, you know, Leftovers or Citrus Berry for items. You also have the likes of Leech Life, which, whenever you inflict damage, half of the damage you inflict does come back as health restoration. So, a little bit of food for thought right there, but with that being said, let's go ahead and let's move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so coming up next, we have Kommo-o. Now, see, here's the thing, is that Kommo-o is, like, to some people, Kommo-o isn't really, you know, that good of a pseudo-legendary Pokemon, but, dude, its design, its typing, and its abilities and stats, not to mention its move pool, are all surprisingly good. Now, here's the thing, is that Kommo-o has been blessed big time by the Move Tutor gods, okay? So, with that said, let's go ahead and let's go over these moves. So we got Dual Chop, we got Iron Head, so that means that this thing is going to have a fighting chance against Fairy-type Pokemon, which happen to actually be weak against Steel-type Pokemon. We also have ourselves the likes of Low Kick, Uproar. Hey, we got the Elemental Punches. That means Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, and Ice Punch. We also have ourselves Iron Defense, Superpower, Aqua Tail, Dragon Pulse, Hyper Voice. We also got the likes of Iron Tail, Snore, and it gets Drain Punch too. No way. Yo! That is awesome. It gets access to Drain Punch. I can't believe it. It gets access to Drain Punch. I mean, come on. That is just, oh man, that's so good. And the reason why I say it's so good, ladies and gentlemen, is because check this out, okay? I mean, it has really solid bulk to work with. Not to mention, it has access to Dragon Dance, okay? Which boosts the attack and speed by one stage. You set up a Dragon Dance or two, and you know, you have like a Lumberry substitute kind of set going on. You have a reliable way of recovery via Drain Punch. Now, it's obviously not going to work that well against Fairy-type Pokemon. Well, I mean, maybe it will depending on how much you're set up and how much the defense stat can take that boosted setup, but here's the thing, is that Drain Punch, more often than not, will be a reliable way to give you some health restoration. Now, with that being said, we also got the likes of Focus Punch, Shockwave. That's an interesting move to get, and it also gets Water Pulse, which is also very interesting. We got Endeavor, we got Outrage, and we got Stealth Rocks too. Yo! Oh man, this thing gets access to Stealth Rocks. That's awesome! Holy shit! We also got ourselves Stomping Tantrum and a Laser Focus. So, as you can see right here, man, this thing has a smorgasbord of usable moves via Move Tutor. I mean, Iron Head, Elemental Punches, you know, like, the list goes on. Drain Punch, like, that's just awesome. Stealth Rocks, too, if you really want to be creative and make, like, a defensive Kommo-o set, or, like, you know, an offensive lead or something like that with Stealth Rocks and 3 attacks, like, hey, that could work. I think that could actually work. So, yeah, that's really, really interesting. So, with that said, let's go ahead and let's move on. Alright, guys, so let's actually take a good look at some of the legendary / Ultra Beast Pokemon. So, we have ourselves Solgaleo and Lunala. I'm going to get to Lunala shortly, but let's take a look at the moves for the Move Tutor for Solgaleo. So, we got Iron Head, we got Iron Defense, we got Last Resort, we got Superpower, Zen Headbutt, Hyper Voice, Iron Tail, Snore, Knockoff. Yo, that's gonna be key right there, you know. We also have ourselves Shockwave, Endeavor, and Outrage. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure how good Outrage is gonna be on something like Solgaleo, which already has a ton of usable moves. I mean, it's got Sunsteel Strike, it's got Flare Blitz, it's got Earthquake, Wild Charge, Zen Headbutt. Now the axe is a knockoff too. Like, this thing, it's just, oh man, this thing suffers hard from 4 move slot syndrome. That's all I gotta say about that. But let's now go and let's move on to Lunala here. Now, we have ourselves actually not even that similar of a Move Tutor move pool. I mean, check this out. We got Signal Beam, we got Magikarp, Icy Wind, Snore, Heat Wave, Tailwind, Sky Attack, Shockwave, Spite, Trick, Magic Room, Wonder Room, Telekinesis, and Defog. So, this thing as a Defogger, what? Oh man! I mean, here's the thing, okay, is that this is a Psychic and Ghost type, and although it only has 2 weaknesses which are both 4 times weak to, that being to Ghost and Dark, I think it could be a good Defogger. I mean, it's got the bulk, it's got the ability to be able to survive lots of punishment with the likes of Roost and all that. Not to mention Shadow Shield is its ability, which when you're at full health, you take half the damage that's intended. So basically, like, you can take super effective moves like a boss if your Shadow Shield ability is intact. So yeah, like, that's actually really awesome. So let's go ahead and let's now move on to Nihilego. So we got ourselves the likes of Iron Head, Gunk Shot, Magic Coat, Foul Play, Zen Headbutt, Bind Snore, Knockoff. Okay. That's gonna be interesting, you know, with a knockoff Nihilego, because the thing is that, like, you know, knockoff is just such a very spammable move, you know? I mean, it isn't just to inflict damage, it's to get rid of your opponent's held item, too. So, I mean, that's actually really awesome, you know? We also got the likes of Role Play. We got Pain Split, which is also going to be good for semi-reliable recovery. We got Worry Seed. I'm a little bit mind-blown with that because, like, the fact that this Pokemon doesn't look like it can spread seeds, I mean, like, unless it's, like, some sort of, like, jellyfish, alienish kind of extraterrestrial thing that I'm missing here, I mean, I don't know. But we also got Spite, Wonder Room, Stealth Rocks, which I believe it already has, Telekinesis, and Ally Switch. So here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, is that aside from maybe Knockoff and Pain Split, didn't really benefit too much, but see, here's the thing, is that Nihilego is still a very dangerous threat. So now let's go on to Buzzwole, and I just got to say, Buzzwole is going to be swole to the brim with this kind of hype right here, because what we got going on here, we got Bug Bite, we got Dual Chop, Iron Head, Bounce, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Superpower Snore, Drain Punch. Yes, it gets Drain Punch, guys. And I'm just like, man, like, Buzzwole getting Drain Punch. I mean, it already has access to Leech Life. Like, okay, dude, I'm picturing a double healing kind of set. Like, okay, this is what I mean by double healing, okay, is that you have, you know, access to Leech Life and Drain Punch in, like, a max HP, max special defense kind of set. You got, you know, 2 moves that allows for you to heal HP while damaging your opponents, and depending on how much damage that you inflict, half of that goes back into your health restoration. Not to mention, you can go for something like Bulk Up and Roost as well. Yeah, or you forget that this thing gets Roost, which is like, that's incredible right there. So I'm just like, wow, that is just absolutely amazing. So yeah, like, I think Buzzwole definitely got buffed up big time here, in my opinion, just from that one move, Drain Punch. Now, it does suck that it doesn't get access to Knockoff and shit like that, but hey, you know what? It's like, I'm actually happy with this. So let's keep on going. So we got Focus Punch, Endeavor, Outrage, and Stomping Tantrum. So yeah, kind of like your typical, you know, somehow mysterious it learns dragon type moves like Outrage and Dual Chop and Stomping Tantrum for whatever reason. So okay, let's go ahead and let's move on to Pheromosa. Now, I am very interested to see what kind of moves we got going on here for Pheromosa. I mean, this thing is already broken as it is. Like, so we got Bug Bite, we got Signal Beam, it gets Drill Run. Yo! Oh, man. But then again, you know what? Its Fighting type stab does take care of Steel and Rock types as well. So, I mean, Drill Run, you know, it could be a niche move if you're looking to target specific Pokemon. But I would just more or less go for High Jump Kick than anything else. You know what I mean? But Drill Run still is a very good move to have. So, we also got the likes of Bounce, Low Kick, Block, Foul Play, Electro Web. So, that's actually pretty good. We got Icy Wind, Snore, Shockwave, Outrage, Snatch, Throat Chop, and Laser Focus. So, alright, I mean, not doing too bad right there for the Move Tutor move pool. I mean, I could see myself using 1 or 2 moves out of this move pool for Pheromosa right here. Like, not bad whatsoever. Not a bad, you know, load whatsoever. You know what I mean? So, let's go and let's move on to Circuitry. Now this thing, in my opinion, got completely shafted when it comes to the Move Tutor move pool. I mean, we got Signal Beam, yes. You know, could be good for Grass and Psychic and Dark types, which, you know, okay, that's cool. We got Thunder Punch, we got Magic Coat, Gravity, Magnet Rise, Electro Web, Bind, Snore, and Shockwave. So, not really anything new to add to Circuitry. So, I'm just like, man, it's like, Circuitry kind of didn't get any benefit at all, to be honest with you, because if memory does serve, I'm pretty sure it does learn Signal Beam via level up, but I could be wrong, but, you know, I could see Signal Beam being used in like a set or two, depending on if you're lacking bug-type coverage, but that's just me. Let's go ahead and let's move on to Celestelia. Now, Celestelia, this is interesting right here, okay? So, we got the likes of Iron Head, Seed Bomb, Block, Gravity, Magnet Rise. It's already a flying type. It's like, why would you want to waste your moves on Magnet Rise? Like, why would you want to do that? That just... No. Magnet Rise is a move that allows for you to levitate on electromagnetism, so that way you're not affected by ground-type moves for, I believe, 5 turns. So, why would you want to use that when you're already a part flying type? That doesn't make any sense. So we also have ourselves the likes of Iron Defense, Superpower, so that could actually be pretty damn good. I mean... don't get me wrong, I mean, like, Celestelia was never a bad Pokemon as it is, but Superpower is definitely going to be, in my opinion, a very niche slash, like, lore kind of move. I mean, I think it could work out pretty good, to be honest with you. You know, surprise a Tyranitar or two with a 4-time super effective Superpower, maybe a Bisharp or something like that. You know what I mean? But... with that said, we also ourselves got the likes of Zen Headbutt, Snore, Giga Drain, Shockwave, and Stomping Tantrum. So... yeah, I mean, Superpower and Zen Headbutt, you know, couple really solid moves that you can make use of for Celestelia in more of an offensive kind of role. Now, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves Kartana, and this right here, okay, this right here, Knockoff. I cannot believe it gets access to Knockoff. I am honestly just so excited, you know, because Knockoff, like I said, it's a very spammable move, and given the fact that Kartana has a base 181 attack, dude, Knockoff could, like, literally be spammable, and it could be your win condition, because literally you could do something like this, okay? You could have Smart Strike, Leaf Blade, Knockoff, and Sacred Sword, have, like, a Choice Scarf or Choice Banded set, and just start racking up Beast Boost from there, you know? Like, I also can't believe that a cute little paper fan gets access to a brutal move like Knockoff, but then again, his base attack is 181, so go figure, you know? So... yeah, like, it also has access to the likes of Iron Head, Last Resort, Snore, Synthesis, Tailwind. Okay, that is actually another move that I can't believe I just overlooked right there. Tailwind. That's actually really awesome, like, Tailwind. It's a really good doubles slash singles move, especially doubles, because what happens is, I think for about 4 turns, you actually end up doubling the speed of your team, which can definitely make and break the game on your end or the opponent's end. So, Tailwind is actually pretty good, you know, I'm not gonna lie about that. So, as Urso's got the likes of Giga Drain, it already knows Defog, and we got Laser Focus. So, yeah, that's pretty interesting. Now, last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for my man, Guzzlord, which is another big-time favorite of mine. This right here, okay, let's get into this, okay? So, we got ourselves Dual Chop, we got Iron Head, we got Magnet Rise, Iron Defense. How does something like Guzzlord, one of the most non-est of non-steel types, get something like Iron Defense? That could actually be pretty damn good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I'm not really into, like, gimmicky sets too much, but you know what? It's like, with the amount of support that Guzzlord gets, I definitely think that it could definitely pass off as a really solid defensive set. I mean, if you have the right investment and, you know, its checks and counters have been eliminated, then Guzzlord could essentially become unstoppable, you know? At least as far as the physical defense goes, I mean, it doesn't get access to Amnesia. I mean, you could also go for Stockpile if you want, but then that's just 2 moves, that, you know, too much clutter in its move pool, and it only has access to 4 moves per battle. So, I mean, 4 move slot syndrome, people. Let's get back to it. So, we also have ourselves Last Resort, Dragon Pulse, Iron Tail Snore, and it gets Knockoff, too. Oh my god. That's actually... dude! Oh my god, that's awesome. Guzzlord gets access to Knockoff. Holy shit. Okay, one sec. I'm getting the paces here. I'm getting too excited. So, this thing, getting access to Knockoff, that's actually really solid right there. Because this thing, okay. Alright, this is awesome. Because a kind of set that I was aiming for was something like, kind of like a rest shuffle set. So, we got Guzzlord with max defense, max special defense, rest, sleep talk, knockoff, and like say Dragon Tail or something like that. And, you know, it's like you're basically, you're sleep talking, you're knocking off the opponent's held items, you're dragon tailing them away and just annoying the shit out of them, and they no longer have use of their item unless, of course, it's un-knock-offable, like a Z Crystal or a Mega Stone. But other than that, I can see this being a very, very annoying set. Now, guys, this right here, Heat Wave, Drain Punch. How does it get access to Drain Punch? That's so crazy. Oh my god. It gets access to Drain Punch, bro. That right there is just so amazing. So, I mean, like, okay. So, this thing, having access to the likes of Knockoff and Drain Punch, I almost guarantee you, it's gonna rise up in usage. It's gotta be at least, like, a high NU or maybe low RU. I don't know, but, like, damn, man. Like, that is actually, like, really solid in my opinion, because Knockoff, like I said, a very, very spammable move. You cannot go wrong with that, and Drain Punch is a move that offers a semi-reliable way of recovery the more damage you inflict, and that's just, oh my god. Not to mention with Beast Boost too, I mean, naturally its highest stat will be its attack. Now, obviously, you know, you can't boost your HP, otherwise, like, its HP would be busted. The HP is the highest stat, but I'm saying that the highest stat that is able to be boosted after a Beast Boost, depending on what nature and what sort of set you're running, would in fact be the attack stats. So, I would definitely say that, like, if you were to get a couple KOs and get a couple of attack boosts thanks to Beast Boost, then Drain Punch could actually snowball into a pretty decently dangerous move, get back a whole bunch of health and all that stuff, and, you know, get Knockoff as well. I mean, you could also run a physical assault vest with this thing, with Knockoff, with Dragon Tail, with Drain Punch, and, like, maybe another move, like, I don't know, I'll think of something, but, like, oh yeah, Poison Jab. If memory serves, this thing does get Poison Jab because it gets access to the likes of Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, and all that stuff, so there's no reason why I can't have access to Poison Jab. And you got yourself a neato little Assault Vest physical monster right there, ready to just devour everything in sight. So, I mean, yeah, like, that's actually really, really cool. So, just some food for thought there, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's go ahead and let's move on now to Necrozma. Now, Necrozma, this is interesting, okay? Now, here's the thing, is that before Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, this thing really didn't have a good special attacking move pool. I mean, it had access to the likes of Psychic, Dark Pulse, and, like, you know, a Flash Cannon, Power Gem, and you would have to have, like, Hidden Power Fire or something like that to be able to have a solid chance against the likes of Steel types. Well, worry no more, ladies and gentlemen, because what we got going on here, we have this, okay? We got Signal Beam, we got Iron Head, Earth Power. Yo, it gets Earth Power. That is absolutely amazing. It gets Earth Power. That means that this thing will have a fighting chance against Steel-type Pokemon, which, that's just going to be incredible. And if you guys thought that that was something, if you guys thought that that was a good way to deal with Steel-type, just hang on a second, alright? So we also ourselves the likes of Gravity, Magnet Rise, Iron Defense, Dragon Pulse, Hyper Voice, Snore, Knockoff. I got to acknowledge the big KO, the big Knockoff, man, because Knockoff is just... it is just a very spammable and usable move, man. It's just amazing. Now, it gets access to Heat Wave. It, of all things, gets access to Heat Wave. So I'm just like, yo, are you actually kidding me right now? Like, this is just incredible. Like, I can't believe that Necrozma has access to Heat Wave. So, there you go, people. There you go. It has, like, it has all the tools it needs now to be a semi-decent to actually a really solid special attacker, okay? Like, you could run a Spec set, you could run a Scarf set with the likes of Psychic, with the likes of Earth Power, Heat Wave, Hidden Power, Ice, Dark Pulse, Flash Cannon, Power Gem, whatever tickles your fancy, man. But good grief almighty, that is incredible, you know? You can also run the things like Rock Polish Weakness Policy set, Calm Mind, things like that. Like, it's just amazing. Like, Necrozma just became so much more better of a Pokemon, in my opinion. But we also have ourselves the likes of Shockwave, Outrage, Recycle, Stealth Rocks, which it already gets access to, Telekinesis, and Ally Switch. So, I gotta say, Necrozma got a solid-ass boost. I'm just gonna say that much, man. It just got a solid-ass boost. So, with that said, let's now go ahead and let's move on now to Magearna. Now, Magearna, I want to say, like, it did get a pretty good buff thanks to the Move Tutors, but it doesn't exactly have that many new moves to make use of, competitively speaking. But, and this is a big but, ladies and gentlemen, two moves I want to point out right here. Heal Bell and Pain Split. So, if this thing already doesn't have access to Heal Bell and Pain Split, Well, now it does. And the thing is that this thing has a really solid steel fairy typing, really solid defensive stats. And here's the thing is that you could run something like Heal Bell, Pain Split, Volt Switch, Floor Cannon, so that way it's like, okay, the reason I say Floor Cannon, ladies and gentlemen, is because it is a very powerful fairy type move that will lower your special attack by 2 stages after 1 use. So basically you could get off a really powerful nuke-like attack, then Volt Switch out, and then say if 1 or 2 of your teammates is like really in desperate need to be Heal Belled, well then you bring that cute little Magearna right back in, Heal Bell the shit out of it, and well, guess what? Now you got yourself a healed up Pokemon. And with Pain Split, it has its own semi-reliable way to maintain health and to get reliable recovery. So I would say that this actually isn't too bad for Magearna, to be honest with you. I mean, let me know what you guys think about all this, what I'm saying in the comment section down below, but goddamn, I'd have to say I'm really liking the way that this is turning out so far. So let's now go and let's see all the other moves. So we got Signal Beam, Iron Head, Magnet Rise, Iron Defense, Last Resort, Zen Headbutt, Snore, Shockwave After You, and Helping Hand. So could actually be a really solid doubles Pokemon as well. I mean, good grief. Like, it has support up and down the wazoo. Like, that's actually going to be really solid. So, now, last but not least, we have ourselves Marshall. Actually, not last but not least, because we have ourselves the new Ultra Beast, which I'll get into in a second. But before I do that, let's now go into Marshadow here. And Marshadow, oh my god almighty. This thing right here is just, it's just already as crazy as it is, but this just makes it just that much better, okay? So it's got Iron Head for the fairies, it's got Bounce, Low Kick, the elemental punches like it does get naturally. We also got Foul Play, Last Resort, Superpower, Zen Headbutt, a great way to counter other fighting type Pokemon. It's also got Snore, Knock Off, again with the knockoff spam. This thing is going to be so crazy good, it's amazing. Like, it's just absolutely amazing. That's all I gotta say about that. Holy hell. We also got Role Play, Drain Punch, Focus Punch, Endeavor, Outrage, Snatch, Throat Chop, and Laser Focus. So, yeah, I mean, I'd have to say that this right here, man, woo! It is actually quite impressive, like, what it gained access to. But with that said, guys, let's now move on to Poipole. Well, actually, technically speaking, let's move on to its evolved form, that being Naganadel. I know I pronounced that wrong, but anyways, what we got going on here, guys, is we got Signal Beam, Gunk Shot, Uproar, Dragon Pulse, Iron Tail, Snore, Heat Wave, but the thing is that Heat Wave is already inferior to the likes of Flamethrower and Fire Blast, which, if memory serves, I'm sure it gets access to those moves. I mean, Naganadel already seems like a very solid Pokemon as it is. Holy hell. But it also gets access to the likes of Tailwind, we get Sky Attack, Shockwave, Gacha Acid, Helping Hand, Outrage, Snatch, Ally Switch, Throat Chop, and a Laser Focus. So, yeah, I mean, I'm already game with this Pokemon is what I'm trying to say. Like, its stinger looks like a damn syringe, okay? A syringe filled with toxic venom that is just going to be it's going to be the bane of the competitive scene's existence. I've got a big feeling about that, man. But now let's move on to Stakataka. Like, I just still can't get over that name, Stakataka. Like, it's so amazing, so fitting, and so ironically appropriate, too, man. Oh, my God. Just give me a second, guys. Hang on. So, what we got going on here for the Move Tutors, we have ourselves the likes of Iron Head, Magicoat, Block, Gravity, Magnet Rise, Iron Defense. We got Superpower and Zen Headbutt. So, we got ourselves a couple of offensive moves right there. Not to mention, base 131 attack is actually very respectable for a defensive Pokemon like Stakataka. So, I mean, there you go, right? But we also have ourselves the likes of Bind, Snore, Roleplay, Magic Room, Wonder Room, Recycle, Stealth Rock. So, I would definitely say that this thing is going to be a top candidate for a Stealth Rock user, just without a shadow of a doubt, man. But we also have ourselves Skill Swap, Telekinesis, Ally Switch, and Stomping Tantrum. Now, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, is that this thing having access to Skill Swap, okay, I'm just picturing this scenario right now. You and another partner Pokemon are in doubles. You know, you got Stakataka and you got, I don't know, we'll say Hoopa Unbound, okay? We'll say Hoopa Unbound, okay? It's a Scarf set, you know, Choice Band and all that. Or not Choice Band, sorry. Physical set. And it's just spamming the hell out of Hyperspace Fury. What that thing can do is it can Skill Swap Beast Boost onto said Pokemon. And whenever it nets a KO, it boosts the highest stat numerically by 1 stage, which means it's going to boost its attack stat by 1 stage, which is just going to be absolutely ridiculous. And it's just, like, a skill swap on Stack Attacker with Beast Boost. It's going to be amazing. Like, it's just going to be crazy. So we got Telekinesis, Ally Switch, and Stomping Tantrum if I haven't already said that. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's now go ahead. Let's go ahead and let's move on here. So, let's see here. So we got ourselves the likes of Uproar, Foul Play, Last Resort, Snore. Excuse me. It also has access to the likes of Knockoff, which can really be beneficial for its base 127 physical attack. So, like I said, it could be a mixed attacker. I actually said this in a couple videos previous to this one. But this thing can be a really good mixed attacker if you know how to use it correctly. With 127 physical attack, 151 special attack, and 107 speed. Really not doing too bad right there, you know. Obviously going to be really flail as hell, but whatever. I don't care. But anyways, so we got Uproar, Foul Play, Last Resort, Snore, Knockoff, Heatwave, Pain Split, Spite, After You, Trick, and Recycle. So, I could possibly see this thing being an effective Trick Scarf or a Trick Specs or something like that. Like, I think it'd actually be a really good Trick Pokemon, to be honest with you. So, Trick is definitely something worthwhile looking into, guys. So, with that said, let's now move on to Zeraora. Now, this right here, guys, oh man, I can't wait to see this shit go down. So, let's see what we got going on. So, we got ourselves Dual Chop, Bounce, Low Kick, Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, Superpower, Electro Whip, Iron Tail, Snore, Knockoff again. No way it gets Knockoff again. That's so crazy. That's awesome. And we also have ourselves Drain Punch too. Like, that's just gonna be incredible, guys. That is just gonna be absolutely incredible. So, yeah, it's amazing. So we got Focus Punch, Shockwave, Endeavor, Outrage, Snatch, Throat Chop, and Laser Focus as well. And I just gotta say, man, like, that is just incredible right there. Like, that it gets access to Knockoff and Drain Punch. And we know that this thing is a physical attacker. Although, its base 1 and 2 special attack can actually be quite usable. You can make it like a mixed attacker, like a physical special attacker, with, you know, really solid 143 speed. I mean, the thing, you know, is defenses, I wouldn't say are non-existent, but they definitely can be sacrificed. They're definitely negligible is what I'm trying to say, you know what I mean? So, this thing can run a whole assortment of sets, and I got a feeling that this thing is going to be a big problem in the competitive scene, if you catch my drift. Now, up next, ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason why we have the word defog highlighted if my ugly mug isn't covering that. We have ourselves a huge number of Pokemon that now has access to defog. And I just gotta say that this is just what's gonna make things absolutely ridiculously broken, okay? So let's go ahead and let's actually start just scrolling down because I got some crazy shit I gotta show you. So, hang on a sec. Actually, wait. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We're actually gonna go and let's see here. I wanna show you guys something. I wanna show you guys just how crazy this is, okay? Hang on a sec. So let's go to... hang on a second now. Almost there. Hydreigon. This thing right here gets access to defog. And the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, is that we have not had defog move tutors since 4th gen. Since 4th gen. God knows how many other Pokemon are going to get access to defog. And you want to know what's even more hilarious about that is that it gets access to Throat Chop. And this right here is what's going to screw pixelated Hyper Voice users right up because they can no longer use Hyper Voice since it's a sound-based move that comes from your throat. You know what I mean? So Throat Chop, you know, it's not going to be able to do it. And man, just with defog, are you serious? No way! You gotta be just, dude. Hydreigon forces a lot of damn switches, what I'm trying to say, and this thing is just ridiculously crazy. Like, that's just amazing. That is just absolutely amazing, guys. So let's go ahead and let's keep scrolling through because there's something I gotta show you else. Volcarona gets access to defog. As if this thing wasn't already, like, hard enough to deal with, it gets access to defog too. Good grief almighty. Like, what the fuck, dude? This thing is gonna have so much utility. Like, okay, here's the thing, is that, you know, its bulk is actually not that bad. I mean, it's got 85 on the HP, coupled with 65, I believe, in the defense, and 105 on the special defense, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, with access to the likes of Will-O-Wisp, Defog, Roost, Quiver Dance, like, the list goes on. It's like, this thing could actually be, like, a threat. it could actually be a defensive threat that's tough to take down, or it could be one of the most useless defensive Pokemon there is. I mean, it's all up to you and about how you use the Pokemon right here, but you know what? I just gotta say, I'm very, very excited for this. So, let's go and let's keep going because there's some other crazy shit I gotta show you. Okay, wait. Hang on a sec. Hang on. So, Tornadus actually gets access to Defog. So, Prankster Defog on Tornadus. Try to wrap your head around that. Prankster Defog? Are you kidding me? Prankster Defog. That is ridiculous right there. Oh my god almighty. And not to mention, Thundurus gets access to Defog, which is just incredible. Reshiram gets access. Zekrom gets access. Landorus gets access, which is also really solid. Let's see who else gets access here. I mean, like, this is just absolutely insane right here. Like, let's just keep going. Hang on a sec. I got a better idea. Gonna just be narrowing down the list. Okay, wait a sec. So, let's go and let's see what we got going on here. So, let's see. So, we got Florges. Florges gets access to Defog. How the hell does a non-flying type Pokemon get access to Defog? Well, some could say probably because of its leaf petal-like wings that it has stemming from its legs. Like, I don't know. Like, that could be something. Like, I just, whoa, man. I am getting mind blown right now, man. This is just crazy. So let's just keep going with this here. So Hawlucha gets access to Defog, which is really solid. Klefki. Motherfucking Klefki? How does this thing get access to Defog? Like, how? I ask the Pokemon logic of the world. I ask, how the hell does Klefki get access to Defog? Like, how? This right here, Defog. How does he get access to Defog? Like, okay, dude, like, Klefki is already an annoying Pokemon as it is with Steel and Fairy type, and the fact that it now gets access to Defog too, like, that is just absolutely ridiculous beyond any sort of imagination. Like, how? How does this happen? How does this happen? I don't even understand this shit. I don't know how this happens. I really don't. Like, good grief. This is amazing. So, let's see what else we got going. So, we got Noibat and Noivern having access to this. Xerneas and Yveltal both have access to Defog. How? Okay, I can understand Yveltal having access to Defog because, you know, the big flappity flap wings, but how the hell does Xerneas have access to Defog? It doesn't have any visible wings. It just doesn't have anything that looks like it can blow away entry hazards. And yet this shit somehow has access to Defog. How does that even happen? How does that even happen? That's just insane. Oh my god, that's just crazy. Now, guys, you're not gonna believe this also, but Volcanion has access to Defog. I just gotta ask how, again, it doesn't have visible wings. I mean, I guess you could say that, like, it could open up the big steam tube, and blow steam as Defog. That could be something, but I just don't even know. I don't even know right now, man. This is just crazy. Oh my god. This is just absolutely incredible, guys. I just can't believe this shit that's actually happening right now. Like, let's just keep on going with this, okay? So, oh, wait, hang on a sec. So, we got ourselves, okay, so we got the Pick and Peck line with Defog. Not really too surprising there, but let's just keep on going. Like, this is just, oh my god almighty, this is absolutely ridiculous. So, we got the Oricorio line, which has access to Defog. That is just beyond incredible right there, man. Holy hell. So, Rimbombi also has access to Defog, which is great. Let's just keep going with this. So, let's see here. Let's just see what we got going on. Okay, so, Lurantis, okay? Lurantis has access to Defog, but, you know, even though that's a naturally move, something else I want to point out to you guys, Superpower. Now, do you guys remember the ability Contrary? Do you remember the ability? Do you? Because if you guys don't remember the ability Contrary, what happens is that it reverses stat changes. So, here's the thing. It gets access to the likes of Leaf Storm and now Superpower, both moves of which lower stats by a fixed amount. Superpower lowering the attack and defense by 1 stage, and the Leaf Storm move lowering the special attack by 2 stages, but they get reversed, so it's essentially stat boosting. So, having access to Superpower, you do the math. You do the absolute math right here, and not to mention, it gets access to Knockoff as well. Just, oh my god. I absolutely cannot believe this shit right now. Holy hell. Alright, so let's see what else got. Okay, wait. Hang on a second. So, Kommo-o, how does this thing get access to defog? This is my logical brain is fried. Like, I'm trying to, like, wrap my head around any sort of, like, you know, logical way that it could defog. But with Kommo-o, I got none. None. Like, at all. So it's like, how does this even happen? So, I just, like, some of these moves right here, like, some of these Pokemon with access to defog, how does that happen? How does that even happen? Like, seriously, like, if there's any, like, scientists or, like, natural, like, investigators or shit like that out there, please, can you, like, let me know how this happens? Like, this is insane. And Palisand here, not Paliswand, whatever the hell that is, has access to Stealth Rocks, too, so this thing right here is it's just gonna be great. It is gonna be an amazing lower tier ground type Pokemon with, you know, water compaction, which is a move that, you know, although it leaves you weak to super effective water type attacks, it raises your defense by 2 stages. So max out the defense of that bad boy, and you got an impossible wall to take down. Like, jeez, man, this is just incredible here. Now, Pyukumuku, okay, I actually, before we get back to the whole defog discussion and all that stuff, let's go over Pyukumuku. So we got Block, Pain Split, Gastro Acid Spike, Helping Hand, and Recycle. So, again, doesn't have any attacking moves, so doesn't exactly surprise me at this point. So, I mean, it's got a few more supportive moves to just be that much more annoying. So, let's now go and Silvally, okay, this right here, how the hell does Silvally have access to defog? I ask, how does it happen? How does it have defog? Like, that's just incredible. Like, dude, okay, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, here is the biggest thing, is that this thing has access to U-turn, it has access to Parting Shot, so you could literally defog Parting Shot out, like, making this thing actually, like, a very, very, like, really good supportive Pokemon if it isn't already. Like, have a defensive Silvally Fairy or a defensive Silvally Poison or a Steel type run Defog and Parting Shot. You can literally just spam the shit out of that all day and have, like, maybe 1 or 2 attacking moves. Like, who knows? Like, that's just amazing. Holy shit. Oh my god, that's awesome. This is just amazing right here. Holy shit. Oh my god. Alright, so let's keep on going here. So, Mimikyu, like, okay, so Mimikyu obviously is not going to get access to defog here, but okay, wait, hang on a sec. Drampa has access to defog, but then again, it's got access to fly, so I mean, can't exactly say I'm too surprised because this thing has the jack of all trades when it comes to a natural move pool, okay? Like, it's essential, like, it's just amazing. It's just absolutely amazing, so let's keep on going. So, I just also want to point out that Delmise gets access to knockoff as well, which is going to be just absolutely it's going to be murderous, okay? It's going to be absolutely murderous, what I'm trying to say. So let's keep on going. Do we have defog right here? We have, so Tapu Koko actually gets access to defog, so this thing could actually be a really solid, you know, 3 attack set with defog support, or maybe taunt defog in like 2 attacks or something like that, or like, I don't know, but the thing is that having access to defog on Tapu Koko now is just gonna be absolutely it's gonna be ridiculous, what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, like, this is just amazing. Like, wow. Wow, this is amazing. And Tapu Fini, obviously, without question, does have access to defog. Let's see what else we got going on. So, Lunala, you know, has access to defog, as we had pointed out earlier. Good God. Alright, so let's see here. Let's see. I actually want to go up a bit because I want to see what other Pokemon get access to defog, because I know we skipped quite a few Pokemon. We were towards the end of 5th generation. So just give me a few here, guys. Sorry about that. Kind of doing this live. You know, kind of want to give you guys a more chilled out sort of discussion because to be honest with you, I actually prefer to do discussion videos this way rather than kind of go all full-blown MegaCrasher mode and completely destroy my voice, because I'm not going to do that. So, let's just stay with me here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just keep on going. So, you know, we're at the point with Thundurus and all that stuff and Hydreigon. So, let's keep on going. So, obviously, you know, Braviary and Mandibuzz are going to have access to defog, which is also really good. So let's keep on going. Let's just keep on going. Oh, wait. Hang on a sec. So, let's see. We got Cryogonal. Cryogonal, of all Pokemon, also has access to defog. How does that even happen? Like, I get that, you know, it learns ice-type moves, which involves, like, you know, using cold air and stuff like that, but how? Somebody tell me how. I don't even understand that. They're just... That's defog. It got defog. How does that even happen? How does that even happen here, man? Oh my god, this is incredible. Like, this defog is gonna be such a spammed move by so many Pokemon. It's gonna change the rules of so many Pokemon. I can guarantee you that. So, Emolga has access to defog, which is gonna be absolutely lovely. Let's keep on going here. So, defog on Ducklet and Swanna, which is interesting. They both are birds and have wings, so it makes sense. Okay. Let's keep... Whoa, wait. Hang on a sec, hang on. I know I skipped past a couple, so we got Archeops, having access to defog, which is good. Again, makes perfect sense, and let's see what we got going on. So, Sigilif. Sigilif having access to defog is going to be huge, ladies and gentlemen, because see, here's the thing, is that Sigilif, you know, it has the ability Magic Guard, which it does not take any damage from indirect sort of scenarios. So, weather, entry hazards, life orb, recoil. So, I mean, here's the thing, is that Magic Guard Sigilif with defog and having all these good stats and all this great move pools, I just... It's gonna be good. It's gonna be very, very good if it isn't already good, you know? That's just amazing. Good God, that's just awesome. Alright, let's keep on going here, ladies and gentlemen. So, Whimsicott. Prankster Whimsicott with defog. I'm done. I'm absolutely done. All these prankster Pokemon having access to defog is just gonna be too incredible. It's gonna be too incredible for even beyond explanation right now. Like, holy shit. That's just gonna be great. Like, I am so, like, hyped up right now. This is amazing. I mean, I know I said this was gonna be a chilled out discussion video and all that shit, but god damn it, man. That's just insane. Alright, so let's see here. Oh, wait. So, it seems like defog goes on Swoobat here, which doesn't surprise me. Let's keep on going. So, Unfezant gets access to defog, which again doesn't surprise me. Okay, so let's just see what we got going on, man. Let's just see. I'm just gonna start. Whoa, wait a second. Okay, so Tepig doesn't have access, but Serperior does. How does Serperior get access to defog? It's a fucking snake. It's a snake. How does it get access to defog? How? I ask, how does that even happen? How does Serperior get access to defog? That is just... Good God. I'm just gotta say that this thing with defog spam and contrary and all that shit, I mean, good game. Absolutely good game, you know. I'm pieced. I am out of here. Oh my god. I just can't believe this shit right now. So, you know, obviously Arceus is gonna have access to defog, because we've seen Arceus with defog so many bloody times. So, I mean, yeah, like, this is just absolutely incredible right now. So, let's just keep on, like, going up. So, wait, whoa, okay, hang on a sec. I am, like, getting way ahead of myself. I'm mashing up a bunch of buttons here, and, okay. So, let's see who this is. So, Giratina, you know, naturally is going to get access to defog. It already has access to that from, like, the 4th gen or something like that. But it's good to know that, you know, if you catch a post-4th gen Giratina, you can now get access to defog with that, too. So, that's always good. So let's see what else we got going on here. Now, Rotom. How does Rotom get access to defog? I mean, I can maybe understand, like, Rotom fan, because, you know, blowing the fan and all that shit, like, you know, it's kind of spinning rotary blades, but can someone explain to me how a possessed washing machine, like Rotom Wash, gets access to defog? Dude, this thing is gonna be it's gonna be that much more of a broken Pokemon. It's gonna be that much more of a broken Pokemon, but I love it. Like, I thrive on the chaos when it comes to new things being introduced in the Pokemon Sun and Moon, or I should say this Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon metagame of Smogon and competitive and all that shit. Oh my god, that's just incredible. So we got Gliscor now having access to defog, and you're probably thinking, wait a second there, this thing didn't have access to defog in the previous generation. Yes, it did, but see, here's the thing, is that the big difference is that its hidden ability, Poison Heal, did not exist until Gen 5. So you could not trade a Poison Heal Gliscor back to 4th gen, have it teach defog. No. See, that's just not how it works. But now that's how it works, because with Poison Heal, Gliscor having access to Defog, that's just gonna be beyond amazing. Like, I am just honestly beyond, woo, man, this is amazing. So, we got the, okay, so we also have ourselves the likes of Togekiss, and I believe Yanmega also have an access to Defog, which doesn't surprise me. But let's keep on going. Like, I'm not gonna go too much longer with this, but, you know, there's some Pokemon I'm very curious of. So, Luminian, Carnivine, you know, okay. Not really that interested in those Pokemon because, well, no offense, but they're kind of garbo. But, let's keep on going here. No offense to those who actually happen to be fans of those Pokemon. If you're fans of those Pokemon, then I deeply apologize, but competitively speaking, they're not really that good. I'm sorry to say. I mean, if you know how to make it work, then you know what? That's what matters most to you. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, so what we got going on here, we ourselves Chatot here with the Defog. Doesn't surprise me, so let's keep on going. Skuntank and Stunky both get access to Defog, which we already know. We've seen it plenty of times in the competitive scene, which is absolutely amazing. So Honchkrow actually gets access to that too. We got Drifblim having access, Drifloon and all that stuff. So let's see what else. Let's see. You guys are going to be absolutely shocked once, like, the more that we work to the top, okay? Like, I just can't believe that this is actually going to be a thing. So, I'm not going to lie, I have seen some discussions on, you know, Facebook and all that stuff. Try to stay away from the spoilers because I actually want to have my own reaction to this as well. Even though this isn't so much a reaction kind of video, it's more or less kind of like a chilled down kind of version and a discussion video, more or less. So, yeah, let's keep on going. So, let's see here, let's see. So, Staraptor having access to Defog, which is good, you know, if you want to run like a Reckless set or whatever. Empoleon with Defiant and Defog, that is going to be a problem, because see, here's the thing, is that whenever Defog is used, the evasion is lowered by one stage, and you know what Defiant does? When one of your stats is lowered, Defiant kicks in and it boosts your attack stat by 2 stages. So, I just gotta say, that is absolutely incredible right there, man. That is just absolutely incredible. So, let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section down below. And that is just, like, that is pretty much gonna be a wrap for the whole defog portion here of this video. But holy hell, like, this is just amazing. I am just honestly so surprised. I'm so surprised, like, with the amount of Pokemon that can learn defog. That's just oh man, that's just amazing. Like, Chimecho and Tropius. I mean, Tropius has the fucking wings and all that shit, but holy hell, this is just awesome. So Castform having access to Defog, which, you know, kind of doesn't surprise me because it's a weather-based Pokemon. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for that portion, guys. Sorry about it being long, but hope you enjoyed. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, before I completely end the video off right here, there's something big that I need to address, okay? So, you remember when we were talking about how, you know, the legendary Genie Trio gets access to Defog? Well, I'm sure you guys clued into the fact that that means that their Therian forms gets access to Defog, and what's one of the most common Therian forms that we see in Smogon OU? None other than Landorus Therian, and this thing gets access to Defog. As if this thing wasn't already a problem. It was already a problem as it is. I mean, it's so spammable and it's so reliable, you know, basically what I'm trying to say. But the fact that it can run Defog, Stealth Rocks, and like all this crazy shit, it's just, I can't believe this. This is incredible. I can honestly say that this is just honestly just beyond incredible. Oh my god. Seriously, like, I am very much excited for when Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon get released, so that way that, you know, we can start warming up and, like, getting into the new and improved chaotic metagame. I just gotta say, I thrive on the chaos and the unsafe battling environment that this is presenting us. Like, I thrive on that. I don't know about y'all, but I mean, like, the chaos here, like, I love it. I absolutely love the new competitive chaos that's going to be coming upon us, man. But with that said, guys, that is going to end that right there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed, I guess you could say, this miniature movie of a video. I really apologize for it being much longer than it intended, but there was just so much to talk about. I mean, I know I said I was going to be talking about everything here in the paste bin, and I didn't, but it damn sure felt like it given the length of the video. But we went into a lot of detail, guys. I mean, first off, I wanted to open up by showcasing a couple of my personal favorite Pokemon when it came to the Move Tutor moves, and I wanted to see what they had access to, and I gotta say, I am very, very happy with the way that things turned out. And then we started talking about, like, the legendary Pokemon having access to the Move Tutor moves, such as, you know, Solgaleo, Lunala, the Ultra Beasts, the Tapus, the list goes on. And then we got into talking about Defog, okay? And Defog, in my opinion, has become now one of the most centralizing moves that there is going to be, you know? I mean, if it isn't already centralized enough, it just... a whole new layer of centralization just been added on top, ladies and gentlemen. I just gotta say, it's gonna be very, very interesting to see how the new Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon Smogon metagame is gonna play out, and yeah, I mean, I'm just absolutely just floored right now. But with that being said, though, guys, there definitely will be a follow-up video, because another move that I kind of wanted to talk about was Knockoff. Now, I know that we went over some Pokemon that had access to Knockoff, but I wasn't very specifically looking for Pokemon that have access to Knockoff. And just by coincidence, we happened to come across some Pokemon during this video that have access to Knockoff, because Knockoff is also another very, very, very centralizing move in the competitive scene. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, like I said, you know, I enjoy the unhinged chaos that this is going to bring, you know. Just like any new metagame with any new generation, you know. Like, it's just, I love it. I absolutely love it. And I also love the fact that Landorus now is just that much more of a versatile and annoying Pokemon to deal with. I mean, if it's not setting up Stealth Rocks in your face, it's just simply defogging them away and U-turning, and all the more, you know, using Intimidate, and whenever you try to physically attack it, it's more likely than not, you know, chilling and grilling, wearing that Rocky helmet, causing you damage while it's just kind of just sitting there with the swag on, you know. So with that being said, guys, I want to say thank you guys all very much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, then make sure you smash the hell out of the like button. Let's see if we can set, well, you know what, it's like I'm kind of going to be dropping the like goals for a little bit, just kind of giving that a little bit of break, and letting the likes come in naturally, rather than, you know, setting a like goal and having them, I guess, come off as a little bit forced, if you know what I mean. Like, you know, just because you watched a video and, you know, you don't have to like it or rate it or whatever, you know, just watch it, and if you got something good from it, then I did my job. So, with that said, guys, thank you very much for watching. You know, as always, I love each and every single one of you guys, so if you guys want more content like this, make sure you subscribe, support, stay positive, and don't forget to turn on notifications, ladies and gentlemen, because YouTube does have this glitch where whenever you upload a video, it's not always going to come through in your sub box, and I know I upload quite frequently, but let's see if we can get the whole notification squad thing going again. And if this is your first time ever viewing my content and you guys have yet to subscribe, well, then make sure you do exactly that. Hit that sub button up real nice and join our community as we're on the road to 10K. So, with that said, guys, thank you all very much for watching this video. Have yourself a good night, and I will see you guys next upload.